Today we're talking about when to stay and when to go. This is one of the most common conversations in my coaching practice, and it almost always starts the same way. A person comes in with a decision they've been carrying for months. They've been going back and forth. They know something isn't right, but they can't quite name what it is. And they've been waiting for more information, for a clear sign, for the right moment, and that never quite comes along. What I've learned is that most people don't make this decision incorrectly. They just make it late. By the time they're asking the question seriously, they've often been running on fumes for 6 months or 6 years. The data has been there the whole time. They just weren't reading it. So I want to give you 2 tools that change how you read that data. The first is the Energy Audit. Here's how it works. Take the 5 things that consume most of your time and attention in your current role. The big responsibilities, recurring meetings, key relationships, main deliverables, whatever they might be. Write them down. Now mark each one with a single word: energizing or draining. Energizing means that even when this work is difficult, it gives you something back. You feel more engaged while you're doing it. If this piece of the role disappeared, you'd notice the loss. Draining means that even when this work goes well, it takes something out of you. You feel lighter at the end of days when it wasn't on your plate. I want to be clear about something. Not everything that's hard is draining. Difficult work can be deeply energizing. The distinction isn't about challenge or difficulty. It's about whether the work gives back or just takes. Most people who do this exercise are surprised by the result. Not because the answers are surprising in themselves. They already knew this somehow. It's because seeing it written down makes it undeniable. The data is right there. The second tool is the 2-year test. The question is simple. If nothing materially changes in the next 2 years, same role, same structure, same growth trajectory, who are you and what do you have? I want you to answer this honestly, not with what you hope might happen, not with the best case, with what the current data actually projects. If that 2-year picture is genuinely someone you want to be, more capable, more fulfilled, more aligned with your direction, then you have an argument for staying. If that picture is someone more tired, more constrained, or further from where you actually want to go, that's information too. And it's worth taking seriously. Let me tell you how this played out for a senior leader that I coached. When she did the energy audit, 3 of her 5 primary responsibilities came back draining. The 4th was neutral. Only 1 was generally energizing. The 2-year test produced a picture of herself that she described as smaller. We worked through what she'd actually need to change and shift that picture. The answer wasn't to leave, at least not right away. It was to renegotiate her scope. She identified 2 of the draining responsibilities that could plausibly be moved to someone else, and 1 energizing capability that she'd been underusing. And she had that conversation with her manager. 18 months later, her energy audit reads very differently. She's still there, and the 2-year test now produces a picture she's genuinely interested in. That's sometimes the answer: to stay, but change something real. And sometimes the answer is to leave. What it almost never is to keep doing exactly what you're doing and assume things will improve on their own. The energy audit and the 2-year test won't make the decision for you, but they'll make it a strategic decision instead of an emotional one. And that distinction is everything. So what does your energy audit say right now?